Goddess Vesta, goddess of fire. And this goddess is very misunderstood because of the word fire in it. And here are her alternative names and spellings, and she has lots of symbols.
Around fire, we feel the spirits near. We know their loving presence as we offer them our prayers. See the gentle smoke rising from the earth to the sky, sharing each prayer we offer with the ancient ones on high, with the ancient ones on high. Every thought, every hope, every joy, every dream, sent upon the sacred smoke to the ancient ones unseen, to the ancient ones unseen. Hear the voice calling you. In your heart you know it's true.
At last we come to the last goddess of the Greek Pantheon, and the last of the Greek Pantheon that I have. Now, keep in mind that the Greek Pantheons can go on and on because there are a lot of many gods and goddesses, which I got the gist of them on my Pantheon in the minis, but there are just so many it would take me forever to do it, and a lot of them you can't find pictures on, they're that old, or not as known. Goddess Vesta, I hope you liked the music, by the way. I couldn't find, I wanted to do sounds of fire, in the background, which would be kind of cool, but believe it or not, it is very hard on YouTube to find any music, or even to find any that I use on my one program to find music. Can't think of the name right now. LimeWire. I couldn't even find nothing on LimeWire, so it kind of sucked. But that's calling the song was about calling the fire goddess, so I figured that is Vesta. Anyhow, Vesta is a very misunderstood goddess. Part of the misunderstanding is that she is goddess of fire. And among the Christians as we know, not all Christians I'm saying, there's the radicalisms and some that are very ignorant to our culture, is that they assume since she is goddess of fire that she has to do with hell, because hell to them is fire and brimstone and all that shit. But she is not only the goddess of fire, and like I said, misunderstood because of that, but she is goddess of home, goddess of health, goddess of fire, goddess of the altar, goddess of virginity. Now, as I said, with the Christians, that they kind of feel her as like she's gonna like turn you into fire, and she's part of Satan and all that, which she's also a woman goddess, which they call her something else. I listed it there, Hestra, I think, or Hoth, that I listed in the alternative spellings. But this is the fact of fire, for some reason, they think of hell, and it pisses me off when they do that. Because she's a very important goddess to me personally, because my element is fire. And if you have the element fire, she's a very good goddess for you to work with. And especially her being home and health. I mean, what's bad about that? She's helped you at your house. She's goddess of your health. So if you have health problems, call on her. And the altar pick I showed you was my altar. my personal idol. As you saw, it was Egyptian. Now she's goddess of virginity. And you saw I had a picture of a cherry there. That's kind of humorous, but I got tired of using the Virgin Mary because I really don't believe in, Christian stuff. But that I just don't understand that the main reason just because she has fire in her name, all of a sudden she's evil and all that. And she was a very beautiful young goddess. Her sacred animal is the pig. Now that kind of surprised me when I did my research that she had her goddess of pigs. She must be really mad at us right now, especially in America, for how much meat we eat and how many pigs we slaughter a year. It's sad if you think about it, but that's her sacred animal is the pig. And her sacred plant or fruit is the flowering plant. And I thought she meant like a plant that you put in a pot or something to grow like you would in the city and stuff. But no, it's not. It's actually a plant. I never knew that. Her sacred color is red. And as you see here, I use the roses for all the goddesses now. And I've been using the rose to represent the sacred color. I just think it's kind of cool to use that. Her sacred objects was the hearth, kettle, flame. Now, also, she could have been misunderstood because of her sacred objects. She's also very sacred to pagans in general because of these items. Now, hearth, I consume that as probably health, but I don't really know what hearth means. If you can help me on that, that'd be great in the comments. I'm not getting many comments, but I am from Pagan Steve and my other, I can't remember your full name right now, but PG I'll just call her, that she lists herself off as, and she does an excellent job on, she actually did my Egyptian Pantheon coming up. She does a really good job. She's working for me for another intro. So she's a really awesome person. And those are mainly the only two that have been commenting. I don't know why. But anyhow, the kettle being sacred to pagans also, as we use it as in our magic, a lot of us do, on our altar table when we do spells, if you do burning spells especially. But right now I don't have one. I just have like a small little one that I'm using. I hope I get one soon. And flame, of course, meaning fire, so evil, right? But without fire, fire is very misunderstood. Yes, fire can be very destructive, but it can also be very helpful. It's like, you don't only want to turn your back on fire because it has its, bad side and its good side. Without fire, we wouldn't have a lot of the luxuries we have today, a lot of them. And, her mom was Raya, and her father was Cronus. Now, as you see, she has the same parents as Zeus. I know I keep referring back to Zeus, but that was her brother. And she has the same parents as, well, I didn't really list them, did I? I forgot to, oh, never mind. I'm messing up here, Jesse. She has the same parents as Hera, also, Queen of the Gods. And same parents as, I'm showing up here on my thing real fast, Demeter. And see who else. Do you have anyone else? Nope. Those are it. But those were her sisters I listed. And she's just a very important goddess, and a lot of people overlook her as being a goddess. But I mean, Vesta is a very powerful goddess and a very beautiful goddess, just like fire, And I would give you something personal here. When I was working on my just learning my god and goddesses, I always figured that Hephaestus was her husband because they were both god of fire, and I came to understand that that's not true, as you've seen with my pantheons, and also that there's also, just so you know, there's a god and goddess for everything. So if there's a god of water, there's definitely a goddess of water. Well, that's it, and I hope you enjoyed my Greek Pantheon, and I should be starting my Egyptian sometime next week. Blessed be.